There's Elvis, Just Can't Help Believing on BBC Sussex and BBC Surrey. 20 minutes to 10 with Danny Pike. Morning. So, do you want to join the police? For the first time in 2 years, the interview rooms are open as Sussex Police reopen recruitment. The force plans to recruit at least 70 new constables after the increases in the police precept. Joining me now to tell us more is the Sussex Police and Crime Commissioner, Katy Bourne. Hi, Katy.
Good morning.
OK, first of all, so let's talk about the numbers then. 70 new PCs. Who does that replace?
Well, it's not replacing anybody. These are new police officers that Sussex Police are looking to recruit. Definitely 70, but up to 100 if required. So it's really good news, actually. OK, just so we're clear, is this restocking people who've gone in the numbers that have been reduced from the police service in the last 5 years? No, this is in addition to. So the police have an establishment level that they work at. So this is in addition to the establishment level. Because after the Chancellor announced the protection of police budgets, we've had to do some sums and really find out what the detail in that meant. And obviously the Home Secretary also placed an expectation on police forces to uplift the number of armed response officers as well. Now we've done a lot of those calculations. We've set the budget. We know where we are over the next 4 years. We know what savings still have to be found. And I'm really delighted that because of the better situation we find ourselves in, the Chief Constable's able to open recruitment. Right. I think this might just be me, Katy. I think I'm not quite getting it. So are we replacing officers who were let go during the cuts in the last 5 years? No. There have been no redundancies because you can't make police officers redundant. So there have been no redundancies over the last 2 or 3 years. The last time we opened recruitment was 2 years ago. Since then, we do get retirements. So about 70, 75 police officers retire every year. That's sort of the average number. And this is in addition, though, to those. So there's always an establishment level of officers that the Chief has to maintain in order to be able to deliver effective and efficient policing. But these 100 officers are in addition. So they're going to go into areas of local policing because that's what's important. Local people say that they really value the local community neighbourhood policing element. They'll also go into areas of public protection. So that is looking at certain abuse cases, serious sexual offences and so on. And then also looking at the counter-terrorist, the armed response requirements that Sussex will need going forwards as well. OK, just out of interest, what is the establishment level? How many police officers should we have in Sussex? Well, approximately it's about 2,800. It will, vary slightly. The actual strength level will always vary because you have people leaving or retiring and so on. But the establishment level's approximately police officers, 2,800. So this 100 will be in addition to those. Okay. So it is very exciting. And whilst I'm on, if anybody's interested, they have to apply online. So go on the Sussex Police website and apply. You've got 14 days. You've got till March the 13th to apply. It's open 24 hours a day because obviously your applications are online. But particularly, we're welcoming applicants from the underrepresented groups because it's really important the police represent the diverse communities in which they serve. So any applicants from the BME community, LGBT community and so on. OK, and I did go through the T's and C's a few minutes ago about what would exclude you. So not having a full manual driving licence or having tattoos that could cause offence would exclude you as well. So things like that went through a few minutes ago, just so we're clear. Very good. Now, you say that the sort of 70 or 100 new officers replace those who retire each year, which is about 70 officers a year. Is that enforced retirement because they've done a certain number of years' service? And wouldn't it be just a good idea to allow police officers to serve for longer? Well, but police officers, once they join, they're entitled to stay for the 30-year period. So that's how long their pensions last. And so you've got officers who joined at the age of 18 who can effectively retire when they're 48. Taking all that experience and knowing who the local dodgy characters are and all of that with them, isn't it time to change that? Well, and this is what the government are doing. They're opening up policing, so you can actually now enter policing at different levels. You can come in at direct entry level now as superintendent. You've never been able to before. You can come as a graduate and be fast-tracked through to an inspector within 3 years, which has never been done before. And the College of Policing are looking at taking that even further, so really opening up the ranks. But also they're looking at how they can, if officers want to specialise once they join a police force, how to reward them financially or academically, give them qualifications that won't just help them whilst they're in policing, but will help them if they leave and go elsewhere as well.
Okay. Is there an upper age limit?
Now you've got me. I would imagine the upper age limit would be around 65, but I'm not sure on that one.
Okay,
HR would know, but certainly the minimum age limit is 18. You must be over 18, and you must have lived in the UK for 3 continuous years prior to your application, which is quite an important one as well. So.
Yeah, because I mean, I was only asking about the upper age because then you could have recruits into the police with a bit of life experience outside the service.
Well, yes, and what tends to happen is if you've got an officer at the age of 48 or 50 who's looking to actually retire as a police officer, there are lots of other jobs that they can do within policing, and so they can actually come back and reapply for other jobs and join police staff areas and so on, or go into other areas similar like probation and that. So a lot of the experience isn't lost, it is kept in, and I'm a great believer in that as well. You do need your grey hairs as well as your young hairs.
Okay, very good. Or no hairs in some of our cases. It's on its way. The police precept I mentioned in the introduction, Katie, so there's been an increase in that. What does that mean? Where's this extra money coming from?
Well, the police precept is where if you're a Band D taxpayer, you will be paying £5 extra per household per year for policing. There's a very specific business case where that will get spent. So that's going to be spent in the digital forensic world, so paying for specialised officers to actually investigate your smartphones, your computers, to do more digital investigation, because that can take, one recent case they had, officers had to trawl through 56,000 emails in order to build a case, so lots of specialisms required there. The other area it will get spent in is around the serious and sexual offences, particularly around the child abuse, child sexual exploitation. Again, that kind of work is very specialist, and so they're the 2 main areas it will get spent. But these other 100 officers are because Sussex Police originally, with their new policing model that they're rolling out currently, they were looking at having to make savings of up to 60 million in the next 4 years. But because of the changes to the way police are being funded now, those savings have come down to about 35 million, which allows the Chief Constable flexibility around opening recruitment, which is what we're doing.
OK, and just finally, do you expect to fill all the places that you want to, that 70 or 100 officers? Do you expect enough applications of the right kind of people to do that?
Well, believe it or not, policing is still seen as a great career, and certainly working with police officers and police staff, as I have done over the last 3.5 years, they're very dedicated. I mean, it's clearly a vocation, but it is an exciting career. There's a lot to do within policing. It's not just about walking the beat. There are many different areas of policing. It's hugely complex. So yes, I do. The last time recruitment was open 2 years ago, there were about 1,400 applications for 80 jobs then. So, it is still seen as a really exciting career opportunity. So I'm hopeful that we get a lot of applicants. But as I said, particularly welcoming applicants from underrepresented groups as well.
OK, Katy Bourne, thanks very much indeed. All right, so if you go to, you can either search Sussex Police or go to www.sussex.police.uk and you'll find your way through to the application. And just let me remind you of the terms and conditions. Got to be over 18 at the time of application, so 18 or over. You've got to have lived in the UK for 3 continuous years immediately prior to your application, possess a full UK manual driving licence, have achieved a standard of education equivalent to A-level, not be a member of the British National Party or similar organisations, and not have tattoos that could cause offence. So sorry about those. And the applications are open now until Sunday, March the 13th. So there you go. You can apply online at the Sussex Police website, 10 minutes to 10.